Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Kupz, the universe. The greatest immaculate, one of the greatest immaculate spiritual healers you will ever meet in real life. Right? How you doing today? I know the world is going through its psyopish military combat thing going on. Right? And whatever. We're not gonna let that bring our vibrations down. We're not going to allow that to deter our true mission, which is elevation of the humankind, right? And, the geniuses that are Pisces are always going to give you this information in ways that is unknown to even those who swear that they're the one and the ones that know it all, right? But we cool with that. We're mature, right? So, I seen one of these guys that do these, criminal shows, like not criminal shows, but like, YouTube, speak on crime, speak on jail, and he's all right? But I wouldn't expect him to know this, right? So he did a video recently on like sovereign citizens. The only thing was he kept saying sovereign. He never said citizen, right? And, I kind of took that like, yo, bro, like, all right. So he was showing a bunch of people trying to do the procedures the way it's supposed to be done, right? And failing, not succeeding, and I just felt like, at this point, with a public official, they're supposed to have a subscribe vote for office, right? So the same thing with a sovereign or any other that you claim, right? First of all, this little piece of paper that I handwritten, little piece of paper. If your joint don't have a sovereign claim of rights on it, and then is not qualified in the county that you reside in, if it's not qualified in the county you reside in by the Supreme Court, you're not sovereign. Let's just keep it 100. I'm recognized. When I say the sovereign, it's because it's actually recognized. Now, what I had to do to get it recognized, y'all wouldn't even do it in your best day. You wouldn't have the heart to step up and do what I had to do by myself and with a few other people to get those things qualified, right? Y'all wasn't never built like that. That's why God chose me, because I'm built like that. I don't do all the running of the mouth. I actually handle my business, right? As a Pisces, can never have a mental illness. You're feeling me? What else makes me sovereign? Besides that, see this thing right here? This folder is handwritten bar max information. This is handwritten contract law, criminal law, constitutional law, secured parties transactions, all that, right? And I had a technical degree. I know how to work with my phi, my pence, right? So I don't want to hear nobody else talking to bad mouthing that title anymore, because people are not authentic. That's like people false claiming gangs and don't have no real evidence that they went through the fire to even claim that, right? We don't play that. I was in the courtroom with a leather bomber. For anybody in New York City that remember that year in that criminal court in Brooklyn, New York, when I had the blue leather bomber jacket on, and I went in there and I turned that courtroom upside down, that's what matters. I'm not here to prove my abilities to anybody else. Shout out to everybody on the tube. Shout out to everybody. But that's not the real reason I'm here. Now, today I was sitting here just, minding my business and ran into, the president. He ended up going to Israel and he's over there speaking during wartime. Now, before I get into it, this is what makes me believe it's not real already. See, they started and they couldn't even hold back, right? Why would Biden be allowed to go into Israel, being the president of the U.S., right? And they're trying to get, like, United States citizens out of that state. Like, wouldn't that be like a national security threat to send your commander-in-chief over there for him to be there in the middle of war, unless he was over there making commands that nobody could see because he's over there? There are some Marines in the water just waiting for orders. Now, that's neither here nor there. I'm just giving you the observation. And that's what it looks like. Now, at the speech, he says something interchangeably. We know that the U.S. is a corporation. We know that America is the land. We know that U.S. is not affiliated or is foreign to the USA for just, those type of codes, right? So the United States of America is separated from the United States, right? Which is the corporation, right? Now, I want you to hear how Biden uses the word president, how Biden uses the word America, and how Biden uses the word U.S. And I want y'all to pay attention to when he chooses to use it. Okay? And we'll be right back.
75 years ago, just 11 minutes after its founding, President Harry S. Truman and the United States of America became the first nation to recognize Israel. We've stood by your side ever since. We're going to stand by your side now. My administration was in close touch with your leadership from the first moments of this attack. We're going to make sure you have what you need to protect your people, to defend your nation. For decades, we've ensured Israel's qualitative military edge. And later this week, I'm going to ask the United States Congress for an unprecedented support package for Israel's defense. We're going to keep Iron Dome fully supplied so it can continue standing sentinel over Israeli skies, saving Israeli lives. We've moved U.S. military assets to the region, including positioning the USS Ford Carrier Strike Group in the Eastern Mediterranean, with the USS Eisenhower on the way to defer further aggression against Israel. Since this terrorist attack took place, we've seen it described as Israel's 9/11. But for a nation the size of Israel, it was like 15 9/11s. The scale may be different, but I'm sure those horrors have tapped into some kind of primal feeling in Israel, just like it did and felt in the United States. Shock, pain, rage, an all-consuming rage. I understand, and many Americans understand. You can't look at what has happened here to your mothers, your fathers, your grandparents, sons, daughters, children, even babies, and not scream out for justice. Justice must be done. But I caution this: while you feel that rage, don't be consumed by it. After 9/11, we were enraged in the United States. While we sought justice and got justice, we also made mistakes. I'm the first U.S. president to visit Israel in time of war. I've made wartime decisions. I know the choices are never clear or easy for the leadership. There's always cost, but it requires being deliberate. It requires asking very hard questions. It requires clarity about the objectives and an honest assessment about whether the path you're on will achieve those objectives. The vast majority of Palestinians are not Hamas. Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people. Hamas uses innocent families in Gaza as human shields, putting their command centers, their weapons, their communications tunnels in residential areas. Palestinian people are suffering greatly as well. We mourn the loss of innocent Palestinian lives like the entire world. I was outraged and saddened by the enormous loss of life yesterday in the hospital in Gaza. Based on the information we've seen to date, it appears the result of an errant rocket fired by a terrorist group in Gaza. The United States unequivocally stands for the protection of civilian life during conflict, and I truly grieve for the families who were killed or wounded by this tragedy.
So, you see now, like I see, Biden says the United States of America when it comes to saying who recognized Israel when they first became Israel. Then you hear him say, also, he's the president of the United States of America. I may not have that clip, but because I was watching it. It's long. I didn't feel like going back to get it. But you heard him say what he said, right? About America recognizing, Israel. And basically after that, you hear him say, U.S. has made it where their military is a certain way. U.S. So what I'm seeing is a dual nature now, right? Them double speaking, double tongue, double language, double-edged sword. So where now he's trying to group the American people that he does disrespect to, not saying just Biden, but the entire state does, or country does to its own people, and is trying to act like it defends that very same thing overseas for other people. But when they get back here, they're not going to respect it for their own people. That's what I see, right? I see the interchangeable of, we want the land of America to accept Israel. Like I said, I'm neutral, right? But then he's saying the U.S. corporation is ensuring the military protection, ensuring that they have the weapons, ensuring that they have what they do with every war, pretty much, right? It's like they make certain people the enemy, bad guy, good guy thing, and no matter what, the news becomes propaganda for this energy. It becomes a hate-spewing ground, no longer about the facts, right? Because there's a good chance this is staged. There's a good chance that Palestinians never even went into Israel. It's a good chance that provocateurs or saboteurs did that, right? It's a very good chance. In my book, if I was just to analyze it from my aspect of how the world is and how these people are never as innocent as they claim to be. Now, America goes over there. Now, not even America, pardon me. United States Corporation goes over there, says, hey, we got the Israel Corporation paperwork stating that we're not guilty of a war crime. Because when I came out last night and said what I said, that should show you how much sovereignty is in my being. Because they know that was a war crime. To the point of like, you have this image and it's like, you have to uphold it. But all I see is military grunts with guns and bombs killing shit. So this is not necessarily holy, right? But I'm not going there. I just want to express something about the U.S. corporation and the U.S. America, right? When they disrespect the U.S. Constitution, because the U.S. Constitution is for U.S. America, right? Also, I want to show you a clip of who Biden really thinks the Constitution is for. Let's just see it. Now, I'm not trying to slander the brother. As you can see, I got all blue on, right? Some people will be like, oh, Democrat. Because when some people see this color, they see Democrat versus Republican. Some people see this color, they see gang member. I'm none of that, right? But let's watch this clip and what Biden says who's actually the people of the Constitution.
Since the creation of our country, we were told that the reason why our Constitution starts with we the people was due to the laws created and mandated through our Constitution. which would only work in favor of the people. However, we were unfortunately not the people that this Constitution intended to protect. We the people referred directly to the society or organization that incorporated itself as the government of the United States, previously known as the Union. The Union.
Our Constitution opens with the words as trite as it sounds, we the people. Well, it's time to remember that we the people are the government. Well, it's time to remember that we the people are the government. You and I. Not some force in a distant capital. Not some powerful force that we have no control over. It's us. It's we the people. In another era, when our democracy was tested, Franklin Roosevelt reminded us, in America, we do our part. We all do our part. That's all I'm asking. That we do our part, all of us. If we do that, we will meet the center challenge of the age by proving that democracy is durable and strong. Autocrats will not win the future. We will. America will. And the future belongs to America.
So let me ask you, how many of you feel as if your voice is actually heard when it pertains to the laws that are created? Are they really done in the best interest of the people? And if so,
as you can see, Biden never thought that the people of the America was the people that the Constitution was written for. He is so wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter what he thinks. He's wrong. But at the same time, it goes to show you where he's at with it. So for this other speech, not the one I just showed you, the one prior, for him to be like, oh, America has recognized, Israel as a country, as a corporation. You got to read between the lines of these speeches. And then he goes into the U.S. military, USSR, U.S. or whatever he said, USS this, that, U.S. corporation talk. Understand what this is, man. This is a coup. This is a distraction from what? From the people understanding their indigenous heritage, from the people understanding what rights is endowed by that heritage, for the people to understand what they can really do with those rights. And because that's happening in America, it's like they have to distract. It's convenient that this war is about people that's trying to fight for land that they feel was taken from them. When in America, everybody's understanding the indigenous heritage and that we are the indigenous people, that these people put paperwork and titles and things to strip us of it while trying to put themselves in the same position, right? While trying to always bring in influx of people that's not natural to the land in case the naturals of the land decide to uproar. They have a bigger force to fight against them. To go into Israel and help them fight these wars, right? This U.S. corporation. In the event that the natural beings of the real land, North America, decide to push them out, they still got allies. And I'm not saying all this extreme stuff is the goal, but it may be one day. And if we happen to say, yo, we want to fight for our land back, are we automatically terrorists now? See, be careful of who gets targeted and how with these situations. Because this situation is going to entail you one day. One day this government may want to make you into their public enemy. And in doing that, in slandering your name, in doing all that, if they put the word terrorist on you, they can kill you. Remember the gangs, they almost put the word terrorist on the gangs. So they was going to try this with you guys. Just remember that. I see past it. I see the future of it. They was going to try that with you guys. Till I started speaking up like this in these videos and all this, and they started realizing, because remember, ever since I went to that court and I made them respect all my documentations after this, and mind you, handwritten. You don't even see what's written in here. All right? They agreed to this. They agreed to me. They agreed to my indigenous natural trust. You understand? This is what I'm trying to show you. So at the end of the day, yo, we don't want you to only acknowledge the people of the land when it comes to you trying to get the okay as a corporation to get involved in a war that is completely political by nature, to make you look like you got courage, to make you look like you're a superhero soldier in times of your new election coming up. For you to go over there and catch a body because y'all know when y'all kill Muslim people, y'all seem to get reelected or something. You know, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm not choosing sides. I'm just being real here. And, you know, let's get one thing straight. U.S. corporations does not run America the land. It rents. Let's be straight. A U.S. corporation owe the real people of America, the real land, North America, the real continental America people, a lot of tax money. A lot of tax money. What kind of tax money, you ask? A lot of land tax money. Let's get to that. This war, okay, we hope everything pan out right. Cool. Y'all don't got to put all the emotional things on TV to make, we ain't dealing with emotions. Y'all don't deal with emotions when you killing my people, bro. So at the end of the day, it's not saying that I want to be cold to anybody. It's to say that we're being logical now as a people. We see who kills us. We see who kills us all the time. So we want to make sure that y'all respect us the same way you respect everybody else that y'all want to run and go fight for and all this other stuff. Or go help. You know? Just being real, you know? Somebody got to say it, right? Somebody got to do it. This stuff ain't got nothing to do with no clout, no fame, no being none of that. This is just stuff that needs to be said. This is not being said to be, oh, I'm the smartest person or the best person or who gives a fuck. Somebody just needs to do it. And so it's me. And that's the same way I got my paperwork lined up. And that's some other stuff I got lined up. That's only what I want you to see. I grew so much in this. Always play your chess game before you play your checkers. And at the end of the day, always be brilliant, you know? Be proud to be whatever you are. And I'm not saying proud like you think you better than everybody, but be strengthened by the things that you can do and what you know. You know? So yeah. This your boy Kupz the Universe. I just felt like I need to say that. Also, yo, I just dropped a new single, fire single, Superior Mode BTS, right? Benevolent Terrestrial Seraphims, right? Go check it out. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on all your streaming platforms. You just won't see it on the tube. But I put a single on YouTube, Fair Heights remix, Drake remix. I remixed Drake's song. I think I bodied it. Of course, the algorithms, of course, the world gonna want to nerf me because they're mad that I'm here now, and I'm here, and I'm not going nowhere. So let's get to the alchemy. Let's get to the changing of everything, man. Let's get to the changing of the guards. Let's get to it. Let's get to that. It's your boy Kupz the Universe, aka PD Mossberg, aka Poet Lounge, man, and I am out. Wholeness. Stay grounded. Stay focused. And if you're talking about something, actually be about that. Don't slander nobody else's name, and do not claim something that you have nothing to do with. Understand, I went through a lot to get to say, yo, I'm a sovereign. When I say that, it's meaning and laws and all types of shit behind that. It's not just, oh, I got a petty crime. Let me try to be a sovereign in court. Don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, little bits and pieces, but it's not put together well enough to be a defense. And no, I think and then I just started to make everything, because when I get up and I do something, nigga, it sticks. My sovereignty sticks so much that it's beyond that paper. My sovereignty sticks so much that the elements recognize my sovereignty. That the ethers recognize my sovereignty. Shit that you have not done yet. Y'all have not achieved yet. So y'all will one day. We'll see how long it takes. It's your boy Kupz the Universe once again, man. I'm out. Universal greetings hailing from Kingdom of Kupzidonia, a place that y'all will never see unless your sovereignty is up like me. Right? Holla at your boy. One love. Wholeness.